right, so here today we're going to be having a bit of fun here. So as you all know, with the recent kind of update, we got our first ever, not our first ever, I don't know what I'm saying here. We got our third ever, if you were to say, SSR Plus. It looks like we now have the idea or the thought process that every single month we're going to get one SSR Plus, and that is how it's going to go. And we got that later confirmed by the dev notes. The dev notes officially showed us that yes, every month we're getting an SSR Plus. What else the dev notes has shown us is that yes, we are getting our first ever collaboration in the game, which is going to be very, very soon. About 30 days away, we'll get our collaboration. Again, we do not know how collabs work. I want to make this abundantly clear. In every gacha game that I have played, collabs are handled differently. So I want to say this with a big kind of brief thing saying, yeah, we do not know how collaborations work. So again, if you want to save for it, you can save for it. But again, we do not know how it works. Today, we're going to talk about that real quick. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe helps out a ton. I want to tell you my plan, free-to-play, what to know and stuff like that for this game. Because again, we don't know, but there are things you should keep in the back of your head. So if we were to hop over to the dev notes over here, we go to dev notes 4. In dev notes 4, they told us what is coming soon. I already talked about this in separate videos many times before, so you probably know. Campaign story for October, we got everything. October is coming to an end. It is over for October. Next up, we're probably going to get Rack as a unit. Boom, we're going to get his event. And then we should get the character collaboration campaign. That is our first ever collab in the game, which is very cool to see. That is going to be the end half, in my opinion, of November. And that is how things should go, correct? On this thing, it also says clearly there's a new SSR and SSR Plus teammate that will arrive. Most likely, Rock is not getting an SSR Plus with his entire banner. I genuinely think, in my own perspective, that they are going to make the character collaboration event the SSR Plus for the game. That's how I'm seeing it. I don't see it go any other way. That is just my 10 cents. Now, the things that I want to mention all for this character collaboration event. With every gacha game, character collaborations are limited, which means that they're not returning. So if you're not getting them day one or getting them during the duration of the event, which this could be a 2-week event, what is going to happen is you're not going to get that character again until that collab reruns, or it's just that's it for you, correct? In this game, where dupes are so heavily reliant, is it going to be even worth it to summon for this character collaboration campaign? Is it that with the character collab, you only need the one copy and that counts as maxed? Is that how it's going to go? We simply do not know. So again, if you're a free-to-play player and you're planning on summoning for this character collab, you have to know that who knows what's going to happen to you, right? It's like the comparison of summoning for a character like Yun over here, right? Yes, I can summon for Yun. I can go crazy, get Yun, get 7 copies, and that's it. But it doesn't matter. In 4 months, I can still pull Yun if I want to. She is still going to be there. She's not going to go away, disappear, whatever. With a character collaboration, most gacha games handle it as in when the character releases, you got 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If you don't pull that character within that set time duration and all the dupes that you wanted, well, that's it. Until we rerun it or until forever, you will never get that character again. Some games also do this. The character that is released for the collaboration is called a limited or it's something special where legendary, I think it's called in some games, character, where because it's a collaboration, they want you to be able to only pull a few copies, and that's it. They don't want to have to force you to pull the many copies you actually need, so they turn that character into a different type of character, where this character is actually going to be worth, let's say instead of 17 dupes is what you need, let's say that's the case, you're only going to need 3 dupes. Correct? That can definitely also happen, so realize that now. But again, it does boil down to the fact, and this is why I wanted to make this video. So yes, as a free-to-play right now, for me, I am saving for the collaboration just because. Now hear me out before you get like, oh, you're a free-to-play, you shouldn't be saving. Remember, I actually think, so for the games that I play, I never one game, the other one being Grand Cross. Grand Cross does it where you still need dupes, and you have to actually, to get like the character cosmetics, which character cosmetics actually give you a boost in PvP because of stats and everything. This game, costumes don't give you stats. So even if the costumes are for money, every character is also for money when it comes to costumes. That's not the fact. Now, the thing that I actually speculate, and I want to be right on this, I really do, because I think this is how they're going to do it. I'm in the mind of the devs right now, boys. It sounds mad cringe, but I'm thinking they're cooking up here. So I actually have found information that the collaboration is so-and-so, correct? Now, this IP that I've heard of is actually an IP that they are allowed to maintain in the game forever. So if this game 10 years from now is still there, the collaboration will still be active as a banner forever, right? As a unit in the game. Now, some games are different, some IPs are different, some IPs have to iron out a thing where we cannot permanently be a thing, we're just a celebration thing, we're only here for a little bit. So the IP that was chosen is allowed to remain here for the remainder of this game's lifespan. That's how I see it, correct? So I think that they might actually take these characters, not like Yorick Mazino. He is, again, a character in the game. He'll remain forever, just like Yorick Mazino, sorry. He's a character in the game that will remain forever because it's the Tower of God game, it's Tower of God IP, it's Tower of God character. He'll remain similar to these characters that are releasing. They might actually remain in the game forever. Correct? Now, that is my 10 cents. That could be correct. That could be incorrect. I'll also say that if that is not the way that they're going to do it, I see them doing a legendary system where the character will release and they will be of a sort of rarity where they're going to be less dupes. Hence why if you save your summons, you might actually get them to be pulled or whatnot. That could also happen, right? But if those two solutions aren't what they're choosing, and it's like the regular, I have to pull Yorick Mazino type thing, and the SSRs, I have to pull a Charlton Dorsey type thing, it is over. There is no reason for any free-to-play in this game for the rest of this game's lifespan to ever care about a collaboration banner, because in Grand Cross, I have to pull 6 copies of the character. In this game, off of similar rates, I have to pull how many copies? 20 plus copies. Sock my balls. That is not happening. That is not happening in a million years. So no way is that ever going to work. Hence why I am saying that the first system makes sense, where they make it a legendary system, where it's actually, in comparison to needing 20 dupes, you only need 5 or 6 or 7. Who knows, right? Again, it scales much better, where pulling 1 character copy of an SSR Plus for the collaboration is equivalent of pulling 6 copies of an SSR Plus, right? And if you pull 2 or 3, you pull technically 15. Who knows, right? There's many systems that make that work. Now, on the aspect of making the character or letting the character remain in the game forever, first off, that closes the door to a widespread amount of collaborations, because some IPs do not like that. They don't like that their IP is forever attainable. They like it where it's a celebration thing. It pops up here and there. They get their revenue, they get their split, and that's it. You're not going to be able to split the money with an IP in the future when it goes off that method. And you also have to realize, how do they also establish a fact of how much they give to the IP holder for getting their character in the game? Because right now there's no banner system. In other games, it's a separate banner where the calculations for summons is perfectly given. So who knows how this game is going to handle collaborations in the future, given it's one banner system, correct? Unless they're a special banner ticket, unless they're a special banner themselves. We simply do not know how they're going to approach with everything here with the collaboration. Again, it's our first ever collab, so we have a lot of unanswered questions. For right now, though, it doesn't really matter if I don't summon or do summon, so I'm going to save my summons, correct? I'm not losing anything. Purple currency, I'll get enough from 5 summons per day, and friendship pulls that I'm going to waste because I don't need them. So I will get enough purple currency. I'm not halting my account progression per se, but I will wait the little time frame, see what's happening, see what the first collaboration for the game actually holds us and gives to us. I do think that for the most part, if they handle it, where they make the characters similar to just Tower of God characters, where they remain in the game, it's a perfectly fine thing. Yes, they're going to close the door to future collaborations and like IPs that we really want. Sadly, that is the case, but they still can make things work here. So that's there. If they do the legendary system, I think that's a much better system for the aspect of actually maintaining to get collaborations that can really remain in the game forever. That also opens the door again back to more IPs and stuff like that. But yes, it's going to be a little bit rough. If they give us 3 weeks, they give us a bunch of summons on to tide us over for. Remember, they also warned you very much in advance. Like, if you were listening and actually chose to save all the way up, you could be around a pretty good amount of summons. Currently, my account has 150 tickets and 40,000 suspendium, and I haven't even been grinding through Tower and stuff like that to get more summons. So I could have easily had like 300, 400 summons, and then on top of that, a bunch of suspendium. So that's about 2 pities worth. Potentially during the collaboration, also getting 3 pities worth. So we can make it work if it's that case. It's fine, but I still think that regardless, if they don't manage the collaboration free-to-play friendly wise, it's just no point for a free-to-play to save. There really is no point. So that's my main talking point of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Just want to get those little points out there. But right now, I'm going to be saving. I'm going to be hoping that they handle this collaboration the right way. But it's also true that it's a collab, and collabs don't return. So we have to see how they actually handle aspects like that. Because again, it could be very bad for how the game's lifespan is going to be. Because, you know, if collabs are just like this, it's dead. Never save for one, don't care for one, only care for the IP characters. And that's it, right? So we'll see how they handle it. Let me know what you think. Give me your prediction or theory in the comments below. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, peace out, enjoy. That's been for me. Take care, everyone.